Hey there YouTube. My friends call me Mr. Redneck Robot, and today I will be profiling a deck I've been growing more and more happy with each day. A deck based around Blackgarden. This deck has surprised me with how consistent it's been, as well as just how much fun it is to play. I guess we'll just jump right into it. We start things off with 2 copies of Cactus Bouncer. While he may seem like a club bodyguard hired to keep prickly plants from starting trouble, rest assured he is much more. This card along with Blackgarden makes things difficult for your opponent, because as soon as another monster is summoned and Garden pumps out a rose token, his effect activates and he becomes a buffed up fossil dino. His attack is a respectable 1800, and comes in handy when Blackgarden isn't around. Secondly, we have 2 copies of King Tiger Wang Q included as well. While he is a great card in his own right, it is when Blackgarden is on the field that he truly shines. The 2 of them together make it so that any monster summoned to the field with 2800 attack or less is immediately destroyed. Think of it as a beefed up version of the mighty Lockdown. It's nasty. Super nasty actually, like Taco Bell restroom nasty. Next we have a single ticket copy of DD Warrior Lady. She puts in a lot of work against the Dino Rabbit matchup, as well as removing threats such as Reapers and Mains, etc. Plus she's fetchable with Rhoda, which just adds to her utility. She really shines here. The 2 copies of Effect Veiler serve as main deck help against Inzectors and the wind-up loop, Inzectors being arguably one of this deck's toughest matchups. A good card overall, and seeing more play as the meta progresses, Veiler is a solid choice to protect your setup once established. We include the full 3 copies of the Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo, because getting him early on in the game really helps in establishing a strong field presence. He searches for our pseudo super poly, and helps toolbox through the deck to respond to different scenarios. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. That's right, you just got vanilla iced. Moving on, we have 3 copies of Jirak Gueva and a single Jirak Dino. With Blackgarden on the field, both of the Jirak monsters come into play with 850 attack, which is 50 points higher than the token that will be summoned to your opponent's field. Since neither of these cards need to send monsters to the grave to activate their effects, running over the tokens is an almost assured way to get them off. Gueva allows access to Largia or Dalkia, and Jirak Dino not only gives you a bit of speed where needed, but also opens the door to Synchro Summoning. Almost at the end of our monsters here, we have White Dragon Ninja. Often mistaken for a racist, due to his name being unfortunately similar to a certain KKK position, we added him to the deck so he would have a place to hide out. A welcome addition to the family, the dragon helps to keep our spells and traps away from harm. Access to him from the deck can be instant in conjunction with Hanzo. But the 2 tributes for summoning him if he is drawn are easy if need be, thanks to the tokens that Blackgarden generates. Last but not least, in refusing to let White Ninja steal all the Dragon Thunder, we have Horus the Black Flame Dragon, level 6. Since he is unaffected by all spell cards, you never have to worry about his attack getting cut in half. He will always hit the field with 2300 attack, which is far bigger than anything else as long as Garden is out. Being immune to Book and Moon, Forbidden Lance or Chalice, Dark Hole, Mind Control, and Enemy Controller doesn't hurt either. That leaves us with a grand total of 16 monsters. Now we move on to magic cards. Wait, I mean, not those magic cards, the gathering ones or whatever. I mean spell cards. Yu-Gi-Oh cards. A real man's card game. Woot woot. Obviously the first place to start is with the 3 copies of Blackgarden. This card kicks so much booty, and slows the game down so much, it makes me want to slap my mama. I never would, mind you, because I love my mama, but I'm just saying it is real cotton picking good. It combos with so many cards in the deck, and just causes so much trouble, that it easily sits as one of my favorites of all. Next to my mama, of course. And well, looky. What do we have here? 2 copies of Terraforming to search out our beautifully landscaped garden. Seems logical. 3 copies of Pot of Duality help to assemble whichever combo pieces are needed at the time, or to just dig for a bit of protection or beaters. Reinforcements of the army searches out hands over early plays, or Warrior Lady for later game answers to problematic cards. The deck that innate provides is also a nice plus. The card Enemy Controller, which looks to me like one of them video game trollers, is in the deck instead of Mind Control, because the tokens from Black Garden can easily be sacrificed, and being able to attack with or tribute the monster stolen adds to its utility. It ends games. That brings us to the so-called staples. Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Book of Moon, and Double Mystical Space Typhoon. Not sure why people put staples in these cards, because I thought that putting holes in the cards would ruin the value, but I guess I'm wrong. I opted to not include Heavy Storm in the main due to the semi-dependence on continuous spells and traps. I feel it's best sided here. And just like a wizard's scroll, that wraps up all of our spells. 15 in all. Not a shabby number. Now it's on to those deliciously pink ones. The traps. We start things off with a triple threat. Safe Zone is in full effect here. It protects our bouncers and king tigers to ensure they remain a problem. Combos nicely to an opposing MS team to destroy one of their monsters, or completely trolls everything when attached to the white ninja. It's awesome. Truly, truly awesome. Next we have 2 copies off. Wait a second, let me ask Mama how to say this. Jitsu. Okay. So, whatever I just said, plus the words, are a super transformation. Got it now. Good. Anyways, this card allows us to toolbox the deck for White Dragon, Horus, or any of the Jurak monsters. And at the same time gets rid of a pesky monster your silly little opponent might have on the board. Totally, undeniably cool. 2 sleeves are devoted to compulsory evacuation device. These spots could technically be whatever tech you desire, such as torrential tribute, fiendish chain, dimensional prison, etc. But I'm really feeling compulse right now, so in it goes. Then there was Mirror Force. Since I'm forgoing torrential, I'm including this to help with some mass monster removal. Academic. Purely academic, I say. That leaves only the Solemn Brigade, Solemn Judgment, and 2 Solemn Warning. I told Mama the art on these cards looked like God, but she just slapped me upside the head and told me to go to church. I still think they do, though. But please don't tell Mama. And that leaves us with a total of 11 traps. The extra deck is fairly standard, with the inclusion of doubles of both Evolsor Largia and Evolsor Dalka, along with 1 copy of Blade Armor Ninja for the lulz. Side deck should include answers to the Inzector matchup, as well as the normal anti-meta stuff. Use your brain. And that will end this at 42 cards in the main deck, and signal the end of the video. Me and Mama sure do appreciate y'all stopping by and visiting, and be sure to come back and see us sometime soon. Bye bye now.